ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, goblins of all ages, welcome back to another special shorty edition of the greatest goddamn D&D stream on this world and the next. Welcome to Goblins Under the Stairs. You got night 9 at 9 o'clock because it's time to rock, baby. You got Rampu Magnasta here. You got Langston Embershroud. You got Manto Zermeister. You got Crick, ready to be wacky and do things that Crick does. I don't know what Crick does. And of course, to lead us on this epic adventure, the greatest goddamn D&D DM in all the land, here it's Nate Gonzalez. Take it away here.
Thank you, Mr. Rampu, Mr. Pooh, if you're McNasty. Welcome everyone to tonight's Tuesday Night Shorty. Let's go ahead and give you guys a recap of what happened last time and jump on into this thing and get it rolling. You guys were making your way over to the observatory in the southeast part of the island, trying to find Adron, the gold dragon wormling that left the safety of Dragon's Rest after having an argument with Runera. And so you guys made your way there, ran into some kobolds and who happened to be Mila's brother and sister, Meek and Min. Spoke with them and learned about Sparkrender, the blue dragon wormling's plans to harness the energy of the dead dragons of the island of Stormwreck Isle, as a comet or a meteor was going to be getting within a short distance of the planet of Toril. And with this information gleaned, you guys decided to come up with a plan to take care of this blue dragon wormling Sparkrender. You caught him while he was sleeping, and you were able to sneak into a secret compartment down below his chamber where you met Adron, the gold dragon wormling that you saved. And of course, went off with a fight against Sparkrender. He charged you guys up with his lightning strikes, but he was no match against you brave adventurers. You were able to take him down, leave him dead in the tower, and save Adron and go back to Dragon's Rest, where Runera was there. Very happy to see Adron and you guys all in healthy shape. Told you a little bit more about the egg that Crick found, gleaming information that it was not only not a egg from the Sword Coast, but maybe not even from this planet. Gave you guys a name of a captain, Alana Sartell of the ship, the Moon Dancer, who you can meet up in Luskin and find out some more information potentially about the egg from her. You guys will be catching a ship to Luskin in about 3 days from now, 2 or 3 days from now, on the Western Wind. And with that, you guys had a nice dinner, settling down for the evening, telling stories about your past and each other, and finding this similar binding thread that kind of connects you guys all together. And with that, you guys settled in for the evening at that point in time. But as we all go into our little domiciles, get rest for the night, Rampu, you with your new buddy Jake, your first day with him, adventuring with him, you guys have forged quite a connection rather quickly. And you guys spend a bit of time together in this room, and he definitely seems to be taking liking to you, as everywhere you go, he's almost like a shadow following behind you, nuzzling up against your leg when he wants some attention, and really becoming like a partner to you.
It's just a little awkward when trying to take a big Rampu. He won't leave me alone, but other than that, it's great. However, I have noticed, I don't know if it's my exchanges in battle these last few days, or maybe it's the connection with Jake, but I'm starting to feel stronger and more of a deeper connection with my draconic background.
Yeah.
That seems to start giving me some new power, some new skills.
Yeah, you feel this bond, and you feel this intensity of your draconic skills kind of building and burgeoning what's inside of you. And as you're looking down at Jake, you can't help but feel as though there's some sort of connection there. And his eyes lock onto yours, and you feel as though, like, in that moment, as the skies almost darken around you, you can hear like the crackling of lightning, and almost like your own space, your own zone right now. Um, and Jake, in this moment, he opened up his mouth almost like a phonograph, like a speaker of an old turntable, just opens up his mouth wide, and you hear this deep, burgeoning voice come out of it say, "You have proven your strength. Our essence now flows within you. Carry this power with honor." And as he says that, you almost see like a projection of an image of fallen dragons, um, and you feel their wisdom and their strength. And you see a vision of the dragons flying across the sky, and with that, you really feel this immense power and weightlessness, and as if you are one of those dragons flying. And the voice comes out once again. "Use this gift wisely. You are one of the protectors of the realm." And you feel the lightning kind of circle around you, crackling, the storm getting heavier and heavier, and with one heavy crack of thunder and lightning, white light just flashes around you, and Jake's mouth closes, and he looks back up at you with these puppy dog eyes and nuzzles up against you once again.
All right. And life is good. I'm interested in, exploring these gifts.
Absolutely. In this time where you guys all go into your spaces and are, in the twilight of the evening, and I'm assuming most of you are asleep or getting to sleep, is there anything anyone else wanted to do before that time does come?
Could I, because Crick and I are kind of sharing a space, could I just kind of, present the battle axe to Crick and be like, "Hey, buddy, you are incredibly talented with mechanics and just reworking things, and you just have a knack for, weaponry, machinery like I could only dream. This is something that I don't think I can make the most use of. Do you think you could, when you have some free time, help me, downgrade this a little bit and make it a little bit more, Langston friendly?"
If there's one thing that's Langston friendly, it's crick. I just take it from you.
I just smile. I smile and tussle his would-be hair or metallic strands, and I was like, right, they don't really move. Okay, thank you, Crick.
He's just smiling, looking at you, and then as he's smiling at you, and then slowly he just sits down and starts staring at the door, and you see his eyes just glass open.
Keep us safe, buddy.
Love it. Manto, outside, keeping watch as you normally do in your kind of state of stasis. What do you do anything here, or call it a night? Oh.
Called it a night.
Calling it a night it is. Calling it a night, I guess.
Brother took the non-spoken.
You're muted.
Right?
Screenshot.
There we go. No.
Method acting.
I definitely, y'all were frozen on my screen, and I was
that's
moving
funny.
and everything like that. So I can see everyone's computers are not working as well as mine. I see. All right. I'm assuming you said something to me.
Oh yeah. I was asking if you were doing anything. Everyone else had something that they kind of did. You totally don't need to. You can just call it a night.
Nah, I just kind of, again, I sit in between the two rooms, kind of keeping an eye.
Love it.
Just chilling.
Love it. Yeah, you guys all make your way to rest, whatever that means for each one of you guys. But as you find yourself in rest, Langston, you find yourself having another dream, another one of these visions that seem to keep coming to you. But this one, it's stranger, as you find yourself in a place that you've never been before, you've never seen before. You're standing in this ethereal forest. You just see these radiant trees and glowing flowers. They surround you as you begin to approach a shimmering pool of water. And at its center, you stands a figure radiating grace and warmth. It's a stark contrast to the shadow of your father's past, and seemingly the one that has been guiding you since leaving your father's dark ways. You hear a voice call out to you. You are chosen, blessed by the Feywild's embrace, for your pure heart and unwavering spirit. Voice resonates, recognizing the path that you have been going down, clearly diverging from your father's. As you hear this voice, you kneel in front of them in awe, and their hand reaches out to you and touches you. And you feel a surge of energy coursing through your body. And as this blessing takes hold, light courses through your flesh, and you sense a transformative touch of the Feywild around you, infusing your being, cleansing and illuminating the darkness that once threatened to define you. As they release their hand, they say, "Rise and awaken the power within you." And with these words, you feel a tingling sensation spread through you. And moved by an instinct and newfound confidence, you extend your hand towards this shimmering pool, and in a flash of radiant light, you step forward and find yourself standing amidst the Feywild's essence, effortlessly moving between realms with a shimmering glimmer and a whisper of unseen wings. With that, you awaken, empowered by the Feywild's blessing, feeling a newfound connection with purpose and courage, and for the first time, seeing the figure that seems to be the one blessing you. You all wake up in the morning, sun shining, rejuvenated, feeling fresh. You can all take a long rest if you have not done so already. Birds chirping outside the doors. Manto, you see a couple of them circling around the dragon statue out here. And they twirl around in a dance and then fly up to the north, or up above you guys to like the sanctuary up to the top of the stairs. And the day is yours to do as you please.
Oh, goodness.
So I would wake up and, give Jake a little scratching to the head. He's obviously an apparition, so he doesn't really need to sleep. But then I go out and greet Manto. Obviously, he's just standing there.
Morning, Rampu.
And I think I can't select my character again, Nate.
Sorry, yep. I've been locking them when I go offline, and there we go, you should be good now.
Alright, so morning. See anything interesting out here last night?
No. A couple birds. But no. Hey, I don't really. I just kind of chill out here, get some fresh air. Make sure that you guys are at peace when you're at sleep. And then when you fall asleep, I kind of dig my hands in your bags.
Yeah, well, I expected that much. That's why I don't send old Jake away. Especially now that we have money.
We all like that.
Rampu McNasty does a lot of things for himself, but Rampu McNasty will do a lot for the booty. And Rampu currently has a lot of booty. So
I didn't see many females on the ship that you had.
no, it's pirate talk, damn it. You'll get it one day.
Gotcha. Well, let's see what Langston and Crick are up to so that we can start our day. Kinda just
Yes,
walk
and
in there.
should get some stew too. I'm
I'm-
hungry.
The more stew for you. Doesn't look very appetizing. Never had. Hey,
Eh. I used to eat raw animals, so stew is fine by me.
Langston looks like you got a pleasant night of sleep.
My brothers, I've had yet another vision. I know we are on the right path. Now, just
Wait,
I did have a good dream
Okay.
now.
Okay, I was
don't
gonna
do
say,
it.
what the hell?
Still here.
The hell's
Had a
going
good
on?
dream. I think I'm getting you'll see me like slide towards my bed and be like a little too good of a dream, but yeah, so I
Oh.
think I'm actually
Flip the mattress
I'll
over.
be I'm just like mind your business. Yeah, I don't know. Crick, come on, we have guests.
New sheets.
I feel like every
And-
time I come into your room, it seems as if you're like a born again, and then you play this same old game on me. I have to get
Man.
used to that.
you really got to. It's like getting used to you speaking in my head. Don't worry, it'll come.
I'm always
But,
in your head.
How you doing?
Anyways,
But yeah, no, I think we're on the right path. I'm feeling invigorated. I'm feeling fresh. Who's ready to take on the day?
yeah, and even Crick looks more Crickish.
I don't want to know what they did in the room.
That's not a thumbs up.
Crick's just staring off into space. Gives you 2 thumbs
Yep.
up.
Where are you looking? I'm just like trying to track and see where he's looking. It's like, what do you see?
Well, we get ourselves some stew. We do got quite a few things to do, and I would like to spend some of this money before Manto steals it.
I told you I don't do that to our crew anymore. Only when given consent, I do it to hostile creatures.
I don't
I'm a
think
different
hostile
person.
creatures are gonna consent to you, though.
What?
Are they gonna consent to you, or do we have to consent for you?
Yes.
So,
I think we just kind of give them the go ahead. We just see people who are kind of being shits, and we're like, hey, go get them. There you go. They're prime suspect. Go get them, and just kind of will turn them loose.
I'm a changed man, Rampu.
morally, that sounds pretty fun to me. All right, let's get some stew.
Stew time.
And we'll go do
Alright.
some shopping.
So you guys go ahead, get some food, of course, for the day and everything. We're of course still on Stormwreck Isle. The only things available here or to buy are from Mila, and they're all just common adventuring supplies things. If you guys wanted to wait till you get to Luskin to buy some other things, you can certainly do that.
Yes.
Cool. So
Skin.
let's go ahead and you guys, of course, grab some food here. Over the next course of the next 3 days, while before the ship comes and everything, go on. Each one of you guys say like what you are doing in this time period. And of course, you guys can weave things in and out if you want to. But yeah, Johnny, sounds like you have something.
Yeah, so while they went to get stew and all this stuff is happening, I go in with Milo's spat for a little bit, and I come out, and then everybody notices, my shield's gone, and like my armor is kind of like a little bit rubbery around the sleeves. It's kind of like I have like 2 big wizard sleeves just kind of sitting there that can extend, and and like as you guys, I join you guys to eat the stew. And eat the stew, and you guys just kind of notice there's some butter on the table, and I just kind of like pick the butter up and just slide it into my sleeve. And then, throughout the day, you see me like picking up a rock, and I just slide it into my sleeve, and I'm putting like rocks and oil and all this stuff into my sleeves just randomly throughout the day. And it seems like an abnormal amount that would fit inside of my arm. That's it.
Crick, do you have sleeves of holding? What are we doing here? Like the behavior itself is not the thing I'm questioning. It's more so like where is the storage space?
I have space, and I pick up a rock and I put it in my sleeve.
Can I like look? Will you let me try to look in the sleeve? Can I just be like, what the fuck is in here?
Absolutely. I open the sleeve up about 2 feet, and you look in it, and there's nothing really in there. And I
Okay,
shut the-
guys, Crick's also a magician. He learned how to be a magician. Okay.
That's all that I'm doing.
Okay, so the butter's just gone. I was gonna kind of okay, cool. Well, butterless toast, everybody.
I hope we're not going anywhere hot because that might make a mess in you.
That's gonna be tough. Can you like bring the butter back out so I can just like use it? Can you like regurgitate the butter?
And I reach in and I pull the butter out, and I cut off a little piece and I put it in your food, and it's like probably the best butter you've ever tasted. It is. This is a phenomenal stew now. I even sprinkle a little salt on, and I reach back in there and I pull something else out that you don't even know what it is, and I just kind of sprinkle it on there, and it's a nice herbal sensation that you kind of. This is the best soup you've ever had, all thanks to Crick. And he's just looking at you, smiling while he's doing this.
First I scan for robots. Are there any little nanobots in this?
There's no robots, but you notice, he's pulling like spices out of his arm now that weren't.
Did you turn a rock into freaking rosemary?
No. A good chef always carries his supplies.
So, you're a chef. You're a magician.
Wait, you just been carrying? You've been carrying your cooking supplies in there?
You must have stolen from the ship, Rimpu.
Isn't that unhygienic?
I think he just made these.
As long as
friends.
it's sealed.
We're just decking out everybody's food. Everything tastes a little bit better right now, and I've got a bunch of rocks and butter up my sleeve. That's what I'm going about for the next 3 days.
We find rocks, we find butter, we give them to Crick.
Or grease or anything slippery.
Love it. Yeah, you guys watch as Crick over the course of 3 days, just like sneaking into different crevices and throughout the sanctuary here, grabbing stuff and sneaking into his sleeve and then sneaking away, like as if he's up to no good. It really is peculiar, but par for the course for Crick.
Do we just see him like Homer Simpson, like into the bushes at one point, where he just like sneaks into a and comes out and he's like, I found more butter.
Incredible.
Butter and grease, man.
Langston, over the course of the next 3 days as you guys are waiting for the ship, anything that you do in particular?
So one, pending hand axe with Crick whenever he's not collecting butter and rocks.
Yeah.
I know there's other
so I do that
priorities.
as well.
So whenever that gets done, I know there's a hierarchy list of what needs done. The hand axe absolutely after butter and rocks.
I hand you this greasy hand axe.
I squeeze it, just shoots up. I'm like, cool. And so for that's one thing. The other thing, I do want to kind of, if I can, have an aside with Runera at some point. Just because there's like two things I kind of want to run by her. That can wait if other people want to do stuff. We can go through it now. That's just pretty much two birds, one stone with that one.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you can go off and find Runera at any given time if you'd like. Most times you would find her over either in the library or at the Temple of Bahamut itself, reflecting and looking out to the sea. So yeah, I'd say that maybe you find her up there during the afternoon one of these days. I'll go ahead and drag you on up.
Yep, I tried to cut corners. Sorry, I was going to the temple.
Oh, all good. There we go. And yeah, you meet her on up there. She's staring out to the Sea of Swords, and she hears you approaching, turns around and looks at you and kind of gives you a gesture, a welcoming gesture, and says, Langston, it's very nice to see you. I'm coming to pay your respects to Bahamut.
Yes, ma'am. I am. A pleasure to see you, Lady Runera. I'll bow towards the statue or however. I'm sure I've seen them worship it a certain way. I'll mimic it to kind of show respect.
Absolutely.
And then I'll just strike up a conversation. Just be like, thank you again for all you've done for us, having us here. Hopefully, we've been able to impact you in a good way. You've helped set us on our own path. I was wondering if I might be able to trouble you for two things, if I may.
Certainly.
The first, do you happen to have any type of, maybe a holy water of sorts? Anything that's been blessed by Bahamut that you might use? Would there be any chance I may be able to use a vial for, my own purposes? Also just, the impact that he's had?
I think I can arrange that for you. The way that you've upheld honor and justice and faced against the great threats here, stands with the standards and morals of Bahamutans. So I think we can make sure that arrange you with a at least a vial or two.
That would be super helpful. So thank you very much. The other thing was just more of a question. I know you yourself are kind of more geared towards, the deities of draconic, descent, those who've been over this island. Do you happen to be versed with any, gods of light or even like fae deities? Do any of those ring a bell? Have you ever, read of those? People talked of them? Anything at all? I think that's, where my visions are kind of heading. I was wondering if you had any more insight.
No, I mean, could you maybe provide a little bit more background? I know that you've been having these visions of light and darkness, and you eradicating this darkness. But you mentioned the Fae now. Is there any other information you could provide to me?
They was surrounded by like ethereal forest, bunch of trees, flowers. It was, nature itself kind of bowed before this person. And they were just surrounded in light over a shimmering pool of water. And they, basically gave me their blessing, saying that, I'm on the right path, still doing well. And I just don't know if, that, again, rings any bells.
Well,
Light's a light bulb for you.
being in the Fae leads me to go down a couple lines of thought. There isn't necessarily a deity of light per se in the Feywild, or really in many of the major kinds of domains, if you will. However, there is kind of looks at you. Are you half elf or are you full elf? Your ears are, you look very elf-like to me.
Yes, ma'am. Half elf on my mother's side.
Well, of course, your descent of elven kind are Fae in nature, so maybe there's a path down that you could follow to maybe glean some more information about who could be granting you these gifts.
I can do that. I will pursue the half-elf lineage. It's always been the more fun side anyway, so that's no problem.
Of course.
And that will lead me to a third question, though. Has Crick been up here? I know there are a lot of crevices. I need to make sure he's not lurking anywhere.
Crick did come up here. I couldn't catch what he was doing exactly. Crick, what would you have been doing up here?
I'd have been
Buttering himself.
looking for anything slippery or there's it's an old temple.
Tossing
So,
shit.
some rocks have fallen, some holy rocks, and I'm just sitting there like, this looks great. Look at that.
Yeah, he was collecting rocks. And they came up here, pebbles, stones, little pieces of crag. Wasn't gonna ask him any questions or anything. He seemed to be on a quest. But yeah, Crick was up here.
Okay. Yep. Nope. That makes up. Yep. There's the butter trail. Okay. Answered my own question with that one. All right.
Incredible.
Well, thank you for your time, Lady Renera. I'd appreciate it.
It's been
If anything pops up over the next few days, let me know.
Of course, and I'll make sure I grab those vials for you before you all head out.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And that during this time, of course, it's just one of the days potentially. Let's go down to Manto next. Anything that you're doing these 3 days of time that you want to do?
Yeah. For 3 days, I spend most of my time just kind of like with my feet dangling from this cliff. I'm just looking out on the water and just thinking. Ever since kind of talking to Tarek, I definitely feel more, I guess, at peace with not being with my former guild. With that said, I feel all these emotions of just a lot of emotions, confusion, excited, but almost depressed. I kind of, I'm happy that I have this team, and they seem to all have their own individual purpose, and now I'm still wondering what mine is at this point. And so for a couple days, I just kind of sit and look out and just try to grasp any sort of ideas as to how I can just build as an individual, grow as an individual. You know, like I said, I have Langston, and they all have their individual purpose, and I'm just here wondering mine.
Yeah. As you sit
Call-
out here, yeah.
I get caught one day kind of like scuffling through my bag for any inspiration. I come across my old badge from the guild, and I can't bear to look at it anymore, and I just throw it as far as possible into the water as I can possibly go. And just like, why am I here now? And on probably what would be the third day, I would go pick Eric's brain a little bit.
Okay. Before you do that, of course, as you're sitting out there and you throw your badge out into the water, your badge skips across the water and sinks into there just ever so slowly. And it brings you back to this vision that you had and dream that you had a couple of days ago of that massive glowing crystal emerging out of the water. And as you're looking out, it almost seems to be like from the same spot. And in that crystal, you could see that Thrycrane figure, its eyes gleaming with wisdom and power, and it spoke to you directly in your head, letting you know that you are one of the chosen ones, a protector of this realm, and that the power that they granted to you, you needed to harness that power within you to sharpen your mind and body, and begin your journey. So you kind of like that memory comes back to you, and you kind of get this. I don't want to speak for you, but you'd imagine you'd get this feeling of like acceptance of that, and not feeling as stagnant as you were moments ago.
Yeah. I would still kind of and I'd go in. Oh, I guess it's nope, that was right. Yeah, I would go in there and be like, "Hey, buddy, I just want to say thank you again, for kind of getting you started in the right direction."
You got nothing to thank me for. I mean, I think it was always within you. I think you always knew the path that you needed to go down, and same with me. I saw the recklessness and lives shattered. They were all caused by my carelessness and my self-indulgence. I think you realize that, well, we're a bigger piece of this world than we really come to realize, or we ever considered. Now your part in it is damn important.
Did you ever have like any sort of epiphany upon your departure of the guild?
I mean, I wouldn't say it was like a flash of light or anything like that. It took some time. I mean, losing my lover, that definitely hurt and stung for a long time, but I still lived in a place of rage after that, and it wasn't until I really came here and spoke to Nera, listened to her words, and imbibed in that I really felt that inner peace.
Yeah, I hear you. It's funny, you know, the night after we talked, you know, I was sitting out kind of by the water, on the stairs, kind of thinking about what we had talked about and like what my path would be from here on out, and had this it seemed so real. This Thrycrane kind of came out from the water with this crystal, tell me that pretty much I'm the chosen one, and essentially I just got to keep on this right path. And I guess if it weren't for you, I don't think I would have been able to see that sort of light or vision?
There's one thing that I know is that sometimes pain can give way to clarity. Sometimes you need to live a life, experience pain and heartbreak to really understand what matters in your life.
Yeah. No, I totally understand. And you can just kind of see for the first time, Manto has always had just like this blunt, straightforward, like serious face, and it's never changed. And now it's kind of, it slightly moves up as he's become this, I guess, this a little happier or more positive or optimistic sort of fellow. And that smile just kind of positions himself permanently. But yeah, no, we were definitely blessed to come in contact with you being here. Did we have anything else that we needed to grab from you while I'm here?
Did have good call. I do have these last two here. He pulls out the last two vials that he's made for you guys with the other mushrooms, the heart cap mushrooms, and yeah, he pulls those out, and these are a couple of elixirs of health for you. A little something special, help you if you ever come into I don't know, some sort of poison or anything like that.
Beautiful. Can't thank you enough. You know, the old Manto would have just told you that I'd give him to the crew or tell him about it, and then I'd take him for myself. But I'm gonna see who could use this the most. So, no, again, thank you for everything.
Love it. He goes and looks at you and says, "Well, Manto, I know your time here is coming to an end soon, but I was happy to meet another member of the guild that's willing to change their ways." And he reaches out his hand to shake your hand. He goes up to the top one first, and then goes down to the bottom one, and then goes back up. He doesn't know which one to shake at first.
And both of them grab at his hand.
It's like kind of shocks him for a second, and he goes with the motion. It's been an honor.
You got it. It truly was. Thank you. And so from that point, I then go to hunt down the crew. Say, hey guys, I was picking Tarek's brain a little bit, and he said he had 2 elixirs prepared for us. They're 2 elixirs of health. I don't know if I think. Who do you think would benefit from holding these? I think Langston probably wouldn't, as he's already, he has healing abilities. Even though I don't know if he's capable of doing anything like this.
If you're talking who would benefit, why not, I mean, with all due respect, I don't know, Crick, can you get sick? Like, can you catch colds?
I never really been sick, but I was paralyzed once.
Okay. Well, that's something.
What?
I'm just... How?
Well, it's a long story.
Don't tell it. I'll just give you.
I fought a basilisk.
Okay.
That was a relatively short story.
Oh, that was it.
That was No, that checks out. That makes total sense to me.
Well, take the one anyways.
I'll take one.
Rampu, would you like the other one? Or
Yeah, I'll hold on to it. As useful for the captain to hold it, but if anybody needs it, we can share it.
I think that'd be
Thank
fine.
you.
I mean, you two are kind of in the up in the shit more often than not. Manto and I can kind of keep some distance, so I think that's totally fine, just in case anything happens.
Sounds
Hey
good.
guys,
I think that makes sense.
What's up?
Serve hell.
I just, they see this kind of new-faced Manto with a slight smile, and I just say, it's been an honor meeting you guys, and I'm just excited to see where this adventure takes us. This new crew of ours.
Goes double for me. It's been
As-
eye-opening with you
We
guys.
still need to come up with a pretty badass name for us.
Didn't Rampu give us one?
Yeah, I thought I suggested one, but I forgot what it was.
Stormbreakers?
I do remember you saying something. I also forget what
Stormbreaker.
it was.
I
Is that
made a note of it.
Stormbreakers?
Don't worry.
I
Note
might have
taker,
been.
boys. Come on. That's all I
That
got.
sounds
Love
familiar.
it. Love it.
Stormbreakers, love it.
Yeah, it was Stormbreakers. Now, are you gonna ask me what I do for the
I
next meeting?
absolutely was about to. There's that conversation that was happening.
He's like, nope. All right, moving on.
That's what.
We're in London.
So no, real quick. I mean, is it going to be the Stormbreakers? You guys have discussed this real quick, or is there?
Yeah, Stormbreakers.
I'm cool with that.
I think it's cool. We did break
so
the
on
storm
board.
here. That is
Love
kind of how we
Yeah, it is how you guys got here. Yeah,
cool.
that's actually. It's got multiple meanings. It's cool.
Stormbreak us.
All right, awesome. Rampu, is there anything
I
that
think
you
we
want
love
to
you
do?
to survive.
All right, never mind. All right, so we skip.
Oh,
on.
yes.
That's it for tonight.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hang out for 3 days.
Cool.
You got
So
tan.
For the 3 days, I'm going to explore these gifts that were given to me. And I start to see that these blessings that were given to me give me power over elements I never thought was possible. I've always been familiar with my access to obviously my lightning power, but now I can use the other elements as weapons to make me stronger, and I can also absorb them when I take damage, and use it to, then attack and be like resistant almost. I'm like it's crazy how I can now maneuver with other elements, whereas I never could. And I'm also noticing a power where I don't know if it's like because of the psychic connection between me and Jake, or everything that's been going on here in the island, the connection with all the draconic energy and everything that's happened, but I have noticed almost like telekinesis a little bit. I can, with my mind, have certain things happen that are not particularly significant per se. It's not like it's like super impressive, but things that maybe I could do that, I potentially use them as distractions, things like that. But it's weird. It's weird to describe, but it all starts with me making a door close and being like, "What the hell?" And then it starts turning into things like that. Open a window, make my eyes change for a little bit. It's like weird things, but I start seeing how I can implement this new learned skill set into our next adventures.
Hell yes. Yeah, you guys seem to notice over the course of these couple of days, Rampu experimenting with little things here and there seems to be able to create a small gust of wind and the small sounds. He plays maybe little tricks on a couple of you guys. Makes a sound of a roaring dragon come up behind one of you guys and watches as one of the kobolds gets scared shitless from that and runs off scared, and Rampu is just having a good time with all these little kinds of tricks that he seems to have picked up since being on this island. And Is it the draconic energy suffused from the island, the magic of it kind of lingering and pushing through the Dragonborn himself? Not quite sure, but it is peculiar. And in this 3-day time as well, Crick, of course, was given Langston's battle axe. Crick, how do you go about trying to adjust this?
So it's a big battle axe, right? So it's long pole, 2 big axes on the side. As I'm running around stealing rocks and everything, at one moment I would just go into Mila's kind of area and look at it and put little like charges on one side of it, and like everybody steps out and I hit the button and it just kind of blows up and it actually just creates 2 hand axes like right down the middle.
Okay. As you have it kind of split down the middle, you get the one side. It creates this brilliant hand axe. You know, it still has like, you know, the handle of it has the 2 dragons swirling almost like in a dance going up it. As you break it in half, it comes off perfectly with 1 dragon still as the handle of that one. And as you look over, as the other half is sitting there, you notice that the handle of that one, if you were to grab onto that, just having this side, it would probably like cut your hands open with the grip of it, and the blade itself isn't as strong as you were hoping. So you look around and you're like, well, at least I got 1 solid hand axe out of this. And you do indeed have 1 solid +1 hand axe produced afterwards.
Yeah, and I kind of walk out to Langston with like, just a little bit of soot over my eyes, and it's finally, I think, something worthy of you. And I hand you the hand axe.
Langston is speechless. I'm just like, this is perfect. I can absolutely use this. But it needs a name. You got any names in mind, Crick? Anything you want it named after?
You could call it Langston.
Something not about me. You name all your stuff. Give me something for this. I don't think I can call it Langston.
Yeah, Langston sounds weird, Craig. Just saying.
I would call it the Chopper.
I can live with that. We got ourselves the Chopper. It's a great name. All right, let me get
Langston's
this.
Chopper.
No,
the Chopper.
The Langston's Chopper.
Okay, no, Craig, you
know what?
named it.
You know what? we'll roll that. We can workshop it. All right, let me get this out of my inventory, and I'm adding that +1 hand axe now.
Hell yeah.
And there we go. Sweet.
Beautiful. All right, with that all taken care of, you guys, over these course of days, take care of all these different tasks, different things that you do, feeling these powers that have been imbued within you guys since being here. On the 3rd day, as Runera has predicted and said, you guys look over the dawn on horizon, and you see a ship approaching, and you hear a horn, horn. And
What is that? The sound of a horn I hear?
It's rather majestic.
Let's call back. As you guys see this ship approaching, you gather along all your belongings. Runera makes her way down and says, "The western wind is making its approach. Let's see. Tarek can bring you down on the jolly ship over to it. They'll be docking over by the shoal out there. As you know, Tarek needs to go out and grab some of the supplies and whatnot that they've transported here for us. The captain, her name is Thea Crew. Try to get on her good side. She's a little rough around the edges, but I think this is it, gentlemen. It's been an honor to have you all stay here, and I will never forget these last couple of days and the mark that you all have left on Stormwreck Isle. This place has had many scars throughout the centuries, but I'd say that this mark that you all have left is the most impactful.
Well, I think I can speak for all of us when I say that you guys have had a pretty big impact on us as well. Not just as individuals, but now as the Stormbreakers.
Stormbreakers. Very, very fitting name. I imagine that you all will go through, triumphant through many, many storms in your future.
Oh,
You're
we will.
damn right.
See Tarek roping down the jolly ship down to the water, gives you guys a whistle, says, "Boat's leaving. You guys want to hop on over here?"
Let's do it. We have a ship to take to Luskin. But who's captaining this ship?
Oh, it's Thea, the woman. You'll meet her. Just get on her good side, please. As I mentioned, she can be a little stern, hard to get along with, but she's fair. She's always fair.
Just as long as she doesn't try to out-captain the captain.
Well,
we'll
it is her
get along
ship.
just fine.
I would mind that.
I do understand. I will show her the respect she deserves as captain.
As she would with you on your ship.
That's right.
Tarek gives you guys a whistle again.
Ship.
Come on, guys.
Oh, can I clap my hands twice? Be like, Renera, do you have the like holy water by any chance? And like have her like toss it.
She's tosses both of them real quick. Go ahead and make a dex check for me.
Son of a bitch! Why would you make me do this?
Why couldn't you have walked over and picked it up?
9?
9. She tosses them. She globs them to you perfectly, and you just cradle them, each one into your hand, just gently like a bread basket. Neither of the vials break. You get 2 of them, 2 vials of holy water.
Woo!
And as you guys hop on down now, getting onto the jolly boat, you get to paddle on out as Tarek takes you out to the waters, and you look out, leaving Stormwreck Isle in the distance as you guys begin to board this ship. Rope ladder tossed down. You guys begin to climb on up. You see a white-scaled dragonborn looking over the edges. He says, "Come on up, Western Wind. Next stop, Luskin."
Well,
Let's get to it.
let's do it.
As you
What a
guys all begin to
beautiful
get on
ship.
up here, he holds out his hand. "It is 10 gold pieces for passage, unless, of course, you feel like working for your stay."
Not unless you need a captain. And I throw him the 10 gold. But I will tell you, the weird looking one over there, fantastic cook. Just saying. I point to Craig.
He looks over at Manto first, and then you point over to Craig. He's like, "Oh, all right. Good to know."
See that, I'm like, and he just hears, "You better watch it, buddy."
Whoa, 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 whoa. Who said that? Get out of my head. Get out of my head.
And he just sees like my little stick arm.
And he
Wave.
waves up to you now. "Hey, 10 gold pieces." And then he looks at you. He's like, "I'm thinking it too."
And so I'm like, I kind of just give him this weird, like, or tempted thumbs up as I give him 1,000 copper out of my bag. Like, 10 gold pieces.
He looks at you and he's like, "Look, silver or gold, or you're working for passage. I ain't counting all this shit." He looks at you and starts to like push it over. It's as if you just went to like Applebee's and brought like a bunch of quarters to pay for your meal.
Well, then here's all the
Dick
copper
Bag
I
did that to me at a
have.
Red Robin, actually.
11.25.
I was thinking about this week how I did that in high school, which is why I specifically said Applebee's, because I did that.
Niche reference.
We call that a Nate lunch.
Yeah. All right, Manto. He suggests you can work for your stay if you don't feel like coughing up the silver or the gold. He's like, look,
Are you not
have
saying-
someone keep watch, open the crow's nest. You can help us work the rigging. You said that one's a cook, so I think he's already got that job covered if he wants to work. We can also
I'll work in the crow's nest.
perfect. You see, there's a actually no one's up in the crow's nest right now. He shouldn't be. He's like,
And
"Nope,
my
go on."
lad, I would like to meet your captain and introduce myself. Where would I find her?
Well, certainly, Captain Thea. She's up behind the wheel currently. I am her first mate, Asark the White, and gives you a bow. You notice he's kind of elderly. He's a dragonborn as well. He's got the white scales, but he's definitely looks like he's been on a boat for quite some time. Almost all of his life, it looks like, and his life has been quite long.
Yeah, look at him and say, looks like you've lived to tell 1,000 epic tales. My lad, I hope I get to share some of them. Give him respect and pound it. I always appreciate meeting one of our kind.
Likewise. You know, Thea, despite her being, younger, respect her as hell as a captain.
Well, if you respect her, it says a lot, so I'll go say hi shortly and offer my services if needed.
Certainly. Next one comes on up. I imagine it's probably Langston right now. Or unless Crick makes sure that he's in front of Langston.
Crick's in front of Langston, kind of looks up at him and just goes, "First mate, reporting for duty."
He looks at you, says, "Correct. Asark, the White, first mate, reporting duty."
And he kind of looks back at the team, looks back at Krazark, much more forceful voice. "First mate, reporting for duty." And he salutes them again.
He looks at you and looks at his crew now. Pats you on the head. You gonna be cooking for your stay?
I can do anything a first mate can do.
Oh, first mates, they cook fantastic. Rack of lamb and mint jelly and all sorts of amazing things. You can do that, right?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Where's the kitchen?
looks at the guys. We're gonna be eating tonight. Going downstairs.
I go on down. I like walk away and I turn around just to watch the interaction with Langston, just to make sure it's kosher.
Langston, you climb up the ladder now, make your way on up. As you go on over, he says, "You know the deal. 10 gold pieces, or you have some sort of skills you can pay for your stay."
How I know the ship's called the Western Wind, right? Can I see? It's like a pretty consistent traveling ship, right? Like it's on the seas a good bit.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Can I just kind of inspect it wherever there are like cracks where there like shouldn't be cracks and anything? Could I just go around and just be like casting mending on it to kind of make sure like any type of integrity for the ship is like, well kept and like things that they couldn't normally repair, and just be like, I think I might be able to assist you in other ways. And like fake go for the rigging after my first go round with sailing, and then just like start repairing stuff next to it.
Yeah, as you first step onto the deck here, you feel below your feet, you hear like a squeaking sound as you step on, and you notice that the planks are a little loose right as you stand here. You immediately go down and begin to touch that, and you see the like waterlogged board begins to like flush and back out tight against each board beside it, and as you press against it, it seems like completely flush against there now. And Asark looks at you and said, "Yeah, that'll do it."
I'm just like, fifth mate, reporting for duty.
That doesn't
Just go
exist,
back to
but get on
repair.
in here. All
Did until
right.
I was on board.
All right.
Crick just nodding.
As everyone gets on board, Sark goes on around everyone. All right, everyone, anchors up, sails out. Gonna be setting sail for Luskin. Should take us about 3 days to get there. Hold tight and enjoy your travels. And you see all the crew begin to do their thing, get into place, almost knocking some of you guys over as you're like, kind of just standing there, not knowing what to do. Imagine Rampu is like kind of watching it like a symphony that he's watched dozens of times over and over again. And as you guys, all the anchors up, sails flown out, you guys begin to feel the gust of wind push you guys on forward as you take the first steps onto your travel to Luskin. And let's see, with that, the crew is all aboard here. You see there's, the white dragon of Sark that you guys met. Up on the north part of the ship, you guys see a gnomish man up there, kind of keeping an eye out on everything as well. He hops on down, and you see him grab a couple of the ship workers, and begins to be like, all right, guys, we need to make sure that everything downstairs is held tight. We don't want to lose any of these shipments that we're taking over to Luskin. Remember, water deep. They paying us big for that shipment, okay? So let's go down there, make sure everything's secured, and we're gonna be good, right? And he goes, yes, sir. Yes, Selgren. Yes, sir. And begins to go down the stairs, and a couple of the crew members begin to follow him as they begin to secure some things downstairs, it sounds like.
Crick's downstairs going to the kitchen. Do I see them go into a room or anything?
Yeah, Crick, I will go ahead and move you on over here. I'll go ahead and share Crick's vision with y'all so you can see what he sees. I'll go ahead and do that on like Langston's token too.
Oh, thank you.
Well, so that Crick can see what you guys see. And yeah, you go on down the stairs here, and yeah, you see a couple of the crew members all working their way down here. You see the gnomish man who was kind of giving the direction. He's like, all right, we got some goods back there we need to secure. Go to the room over there. Make sure that's all good too. And I think everything's good downstairs, but if maybe one of you guys want to go, we got 2 guys already down there. Make sure that everything's good down there. And you see them, yes sir, yes sir. I'll begin to go around their different directions. Let's see, whoops, let me go ahead and move the screen over here. You see this one captain, or this one crew member go into the door down here to the south. 2 of them go in there, and then 2 go over to over here, and then the one goes down some stairs as he suggested. And he looks over at you as you're walking down here. Well, hey, little fella, heard that you're gonna be helping doing some of the cooking. Is that right?
I can help anywhere, but the kitchen works.
Kitchen is great. We're always famished. You know, life on the sea that does that to you. So come on in here. He kind of opens up this door for you. I'll get you all situated, and you know, the kitchen is yours. Do as you please. And you know, imagine in here, there's all sorts. There's a wood-burning stove and sacks of flour and fruits and vegetables and dry-aged meats for you to use at your leisure. All right. And he goes and says, I'm going to leave you on in here. If you need anything, the name is Selgren Halfhook. It's a pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure's mine.
And closes the door behind you and makes his way on. You hear his little feet stomping away. All right. Anything that Crick does in that moment, or?
So as he walks away, I kind of peek my head back out of the kitchen, see if there's anybody there.
Yeah. You don't seem to notice anyone out there currently.
Okay. I go back in, and I mean, I would just start cooking something really, really quick. Get like a pot of stew on, and something that would take like a long simmer. And once I have that, then I'm gonna start exploring. But we can go
Cool.
topside.
Beautiful. All right, over topside. We'll go with Rampu. I know that you had a task that you were trying to do.
Buddy. Okay, so I was gonna go over to the captain
Hmm.
and introduce myself to her.
Yeah,
See, she's kind of busy.
yeah, you going up, you see a half-elf woman, young but looking seasoned. She's wearing a typical kind of like pirate's trifold hat. She looks at you, or she's first like staring sternly out to the sea, keeping an eye out, squinting and looking in every direction, and then sees you coming up the stairs and says, one of the guys from Stormwreck, eh?"
That's right.
"Hi."
In fact, I was the captain of the ship that went down. We were able to survive only due to the great captain driving the ship, you know?
She kind of gives you a little bit of a smirk, like a kind of side smile as you say that, and says, "Captain of a ship that went down, eh?"
Yes, normally I would also feel a little rough about that until I found out that I'm the only one to survive the crashings in that area. So, one of hundreds. I'd like to see you do that, my lady. But hopefully, the captain as beautiful as yourself is never in seas that rough.
I was just saying, I hope you have a picture. I was like, did you, Matt?
Oh, exactly what I was hoping for.
Yeah. She turns down. You notice that she's got like tattoos on the one side of her face. Says, "You ever call me a lovely lady again, it's gonna be the last ship you'll ever be on."
To be honest, I'm not a very good liar, so I will not do that anymore. But I did want to offer my services while I am on your ship. It's a short trip, but just letting you know, I have dealt with the worst that these waters can give you and live to tell about it. So, if need be, if you need to take a break or whatever, and you need someone to take the reins for a little bit, I'm your guy.
I appreciate that, man. How about you stay over there, out of my arm's reach, but within eyesight. You watch me what I'm doing. Maybe pick up a thing or two. And we'll see. Maybe tomorrow I'll let you back here. Let me get some rest.
Sure. You do as you wish. But yeah, I'll be around.
What was your name again?
I am a Captain Rampoo McNasty.
She looks at you. "Oh, Captain Rampoo, of the Poop Ship Destroyer."
That's the one.
"I've heard about you and your crew."
Hey, the old Stormbreakers officially now. But my current crew, it's been a short while, but it's been a wild while. We've already had quite the adventures under our belt.
It's been a while.
Indeed, indeed. Well, Captain Rampoo, it's an honor to actually meet you and not just hear the stories that I've heard for years and years about you, and actually be able to put a face to the name. To see her kind of like hold back a little bit of a chuckle to herself. "It's an honor to meet you."
The honor's mine, I whispered, bitch. But if you need me, I'll be contemplating my thoughts in the poop deck.
As one does. I push into systematic overdrive. Looks over at Langston up on the going around and fixing some things around here and there now. Yeah, you Langston, you notice that there's a couple of things here and there that need to be fixed up. The couple of the crew members, you notice them just like as you did, replacing loose planks on the ground on the deck here. You see some of them repairing walls and some of the cabin doors. And as one of them like sees you like going around like looking for something to do as they're all doing something, like, hey, you said that you're gonna be doing some repairing, eh?
Yes, sir. That is pretty much all I'm good for on a sailing vessel.
Oh, thank God. The privy downstairs needs some looking at.
Maybe? Think I could take a look at that. What is it just been damaged over time? Is it like water damage? Give me just like a background. What am I working with down there?
All right, so like you know how like when someone goes to a new land and they discover for the first time and they're like, this is my land, put a flag on it.
Yep.
So the privy, the poop's gotten so high, right? We got a mountain sticking out of there, and Asark thought it'd be funny to stick a flag in there, call it his own parcel of land. I mean, it's fitting for him if you ask me, but none of us can shit in there anymore, and it's not good. So maybe you go down there and fix that.
So you want me to unclog your toilet?
In lesser words, yes.
As I
I'm
make
sure
it down
they're-
the stairs, I actually overhear this guy asking Langston to do this. I say, whoa. If my crew member's gonna deal with any poo around here, it's gonna be ram poo. Fix your own damn toilet. Look at Langston. Langston, never touch a stranger's shit.
I
Just think
I
you
did
get
not
200
plan
gold
on it.
piece. Write that down.
I did not
Collect the money
plan on it.
first, Collect the money, then touch the shit. Get it up front.
You know what? I like where your head is at. That's a good motto to live by.
Deposit bullshit either. That's what people get iffy.
He looks at you and says, look, I understand. Look, if you guys are new here and you're going all the way to Luskin and you're not even going to pay, the least you can do is make sure that we can shit, right?
Look how much he's already been fixing up in these piece of shit ship anyways. It's easily worth the 10 gold coin you already charge him. It's not... We're going to Luskin. It's not that ridiculously far, for Christ's sakes. I'm a captain. I would know.
Kind of shakes his head. All I'm saying, if you need a shit right now, kind of points over the edge. It's butts over the edge.
I'm saying is that's how I've been doing it all my life, baby. That's why they call me Rampoo.
Like, that's why it's called the Poop Ship Destroyer. Oh, makes sense now.
You see?
All right.
Langston's eyes are so wide, just like, you aren't supposed to poop over the side of the ship? That's what I did on the entire... Oh my god.
That's what
I thought that's what it was meant for.
Go down into the waters after Rampoo.
I didn't know there was like a place specifically on the ship for this. Oh my god.
So, all right. Well, if you guys are so used to doing it that way, then just go find something else. We'll take care of that later. God, beggars and fucking choosers and shit.
I can go over to Langston. You owe me one.
I sure
Let's
do.
Go, Jakey.
As you go
I
around,
paid my thing, so I can do whatever I want.
Langston, you go around and just like see like a loose floorboard, mending. You see the wall like kind of like coming off a little bit, mending, and everyone's just like looking at you like as they're sweating. They have hammers and all sorts of instruments and tools and everything, and they're like, "What the fuck is this guy doing?"
He just has a little crazy glue tube.
Yeah.
Aha! Aha!
Sleight of hand.
Hilarious.
Start getting like frisky with it, doing like finger rolls. Like I go for like a Euro step all the way to a board. I'm like, hut, and just like mend it.
At this point, Manto's up on the crow's nest watching all of this go down, sees the interaction with Rampoon. They sees Langston kind of getting told off by some of these crew members, and then Rampu sticking up for him, and just kind of watching all this from like a bird's eye view, but also keeping an eye out on the sea around you. As you are keeping an eye out, up in the crow's nest up here, go ahead and let's go make a perception check for that.
Is that the first roll of the game?
It could be.
You know, your boy had a dex check for holy water.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
That's right. That's right. You're up here. It's kind of a boring job as you watch some of them like work the rigging and everything, and Langston going around fixing things up. Rampu, you see like sitting like diligently watching Thea like in every step that she does and in every move she makes. It's kind of boring,
And
but
I'm like
you,
secretly scoffing inside, like, oh, I would do that so much better.
yeah, totally. And as you're looking down to the sea, and all around you, you begin to notice some movement underneath the water, or at least you notice some shadows on both sides of the ship.
I immediately like kind of look around the ship, and am I able to see Thea?
Yeah, you would be able to see her on the the deck right there.
Right. So I would like connect with her, like, hey Thea, this is Mantozermeister here on the top of the ship.
So you're all looking all around, and then you see that, and her eyes look up, and you hear her say, "Well, that's
I'm
really
just like,
convenient."
hey. And she just sees me waving because like I see she's like really
Like Forrest
confused
Gump.
about what
Yeah.
the fuck.
Yeah, she has like no
like-
idea, but she responds she's like, "Man, I wish that all my crew had that ability. It would really come in handy."
That's what happens when you have the Stormwreckers on your ship. Anyways, you've got shadows to the left and to the right of the ship and some movement. I'd certainly err on the side of caution and maybe get some. I don't know if we have ballistas on the ship. Let's get them manned and prepare for anything. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst.
That's for the Stormbreakers, not wreckers.
As you say this, she gives a nod and begins to look over the edge of the ship. And as she does, and you look over the edge as well, you notice these strange shadows seeming to get larger and larger as if they're coming up to the surface. And you now notice erupting off the top of the surface of the water, you see what looks like a giant spider of sorts. And on top of it, you see a aquatic, like sea elf riding its back in a fury and in a great speed chasing after you guys. And as they catch up alongside, whoops, I had the screen over on Crick still over here. As they kind of catch on up to you guys, the sea elves, they lean up against the ship directing the spiders, and the spiders leap up onto the deck. And you see them standing here, and immediately they seem to just like pay no mind to really like they almost like pay no mind to anyone in general, but they look over at everyone and says, please demand we turn over the egg of the High Priest Division."
Egg?
Say what now?
"We demand you turn over the egg of the High Priest Division."
We have no such thing. I don't know what you're talking about.
I have prepared like I imagine that they don't have really seen me or anything like that, but I've started to kind of conjure up my my psychic blades.
Okay.
And I'm just like I can hear them, and I'm like, oh man, we have an egg. We have an egg.
I say, like I said, I don't know what you're talking about. We're just traveling through. So we would rather not have any trouble. Perhaps it's a different ship.
You see they pull up a stone, or one of them pulls up a stone in their hand, and it's pulsing like rapidly, and it kind of turns around. And as it kind of gets to the starboard to the left side of the ship, it starts to really kind of pulse heavily, kind of leans down to the ground and really starts pulsing. Then it says, "The egg, give it now." And you see the other one that doesn't have the sword or the stone begins to unsheath a sword off their side.
And then so the ones that was kind of
Which one is the one with the sword? The blue one or the?
The orange one is the one with the sword.
Okay.
Which one was doing the talking?
The blue one.
Blue.
Okay. Yeah, I would see that, and the psychic blades that I have readied, I then just throw them at the orange one once I see that they pull out their sword going after the egg.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to attack.
Would I get advantage on this? Is this a sneak attack?
Go ahead and roll a stealth check first.
Okay. 17.
Okay. Yep. You go ahead. Go for it.
God, you're solid.
Ooh, 22.
22 to hit. That
Let's
hits.
see.
And 7 damage, and then
7 more. 14.
7 more.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
As you pop up out of the crow's nest after hearing these words, beckoning and begging for this egg for you guys to give it on up, you hop on up, immediately toss down a psychic blade down at one of them, pierces into their shoulder, and they whip around their direction turned up at you. You say, "Okay, time to do this the hard way then." And the other one pulls out a longbow and begins to direct it in your direction, Manto, as well. And I need everyone to roll initiative. As you see, the crew members all begin to back up with this. Actually, we'll leave them where they are. Crick's downstairs with an apron on.
Just happy-go-lucky cooking.
Making mushrooms, too.
I imagine he's listening to like elevator music.
I was literally thinking like a similar thing too. All right. At the top of the round. Whoops. Let me go ahead and make this round 1. We have one of the sea elves, who has the sword out. He hops off the spider here and approaches up to you, Rampu, with his sword out. Goes up and swings it at you. A 10 to hit will miss, and he goes and swings it again. Another 10. I'm just gonna roll that again to make sure I'm not rolling all 10s. There we go. Okay. And both of these will miss
Gotta
you.
check.
Yeah, as slashes towards you and cannot seem to connect. But his spider comes crawling on up the crow's nest here. Let's see, his climb speed is 30 feet, so I can go just 5 feet below you, which is perfect. And as he climbs up there rapidly, you see as his head extends over the edge of the crow's nest, and he goes and tries to bite you, Manto. A 9.
9.
Damn, so that I rolled 3 5s. Let's try that again. All right, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
that's an 8.
that was another 8 though, so it's okay.
All right. Get the
Alright,
roll
we're
out.
gonna
Fuck,
sit on
fuck
that
me.
one, yep.
All right. As his pincers go and reach out to you, you back up in the crow's nest just to get out of its reach, and it is your turn, Manto. You also notice, of course, that Crick isn't up here, and not sure if he's aware of what is going on.
Yeah. So, let me see something real quick. With my telepathy. Okay, it doesn't say anything about like through walls or anything, and he's definitely within 120 feet of me.
Yep.
So literally, I would just be like, Prick, little emergency. We've got some spiders and weird elves, so we could use your strength, buddy. And after I send that kind of message off to him, yeah, just like right in front of me, I throw out a psychic blade. 15.
15 will hit the spider.
Hell yeah.
If that's who you're going at.
Yeah.
8 damage.
8 damage.
Nice.
And then bonus action. Another, actually, the how big is this crow nest? Is it like would another person be able to get in here?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Obviously the spider probably couldn't though, right?
No, probably not.
Okay. Um. Okay. We will try
Snapped right on.
we will try doing cunning action and hide. So like after I throw that one, I just kind of duck down underneath like the crow's nest so that they can't see me.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Whoa. Ooh, natural 20.
Nice. All right. Okay. You duck on down, and your flesh kind of melds into the same color of the wood in the crow's nest around you, and you are pretty fucking stealthy. Anything else?
Fuck yeah. That is my turn.
Langston.
All right. I am going to move forward and kind of where I'm like sort of, able to see the spider, the person going after Rampu, and then the other elf and the spider. And just want to be like, look, so you have a magic rock? That does not mean shit about any type of it. We don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. And I'm going to do the angriest scarf shimmy you've ever seen side to side. And I'll be like, you got one chance to fuck off and get out of the ship. And then I'll channel divinity for Radiance of the Dawn to hit both the sea elves and both spiders. And also 30 feet. So if there's anything else lurking in the water.
Yeah. Okay, so con saves, right? Or is it wisdom?
Correct. It is con save of DC 13 for all four of them.
Con
or
13.
More. Who's to say?
Go ahead and roll the damage.
You got it. Oh, that
16,
is fantastic.
Okay. Oof. Only the blue sea elf fails. I got a 15, 16, and a 14 on the other ones.
Nate, I have good news. Your dice are working.
No, they are. All right. So they don't take half damage on a fail, do they? Or on a success?
They do take half damage on success.
Okay, cool. Marked it. Got it.
All right. So I do that, kind of, just let the holy radiance shower over them. And then as a, actually, I want to do that as a bonus action.
That is a bonus action, right?
No.
What you just did? Or was it?
That's a full action.
Okay.
Channel Divinity as an action, I can
right.
present my holy symbol and get rid of any, if there was darkness or anything. I think that is all I'll do for now. I'll kind of hold my reaction for now to see if I need to do anything else.
Cool.
And just kind of be like...
Crick, you are up. You hear the voice of Manto ringing in your mind.
You guys just hear from the depths of the ships, Langston!
Just thinking, I said, Langston's in trouble.
And I just fucking bolt out of here. The soup's still on. I'm assuming I came from the stair to the
you'll
north,
make
right?
it. Yep, you'll make it right to the top right here.
So that's 30 feet, and
Yeah.
then I can. Yeah, I would do that, and then I'm gonna just dash the rest of the another 30 feet to get right below the crow's nest. And as I'm running, you guys just see the armor just kind of pulse, as I run by a Sark. He kind of shifts back a little bit as I defense matrix bonus action.
Hell yeah.
And I'm just screaming at this point.
Did you turn the oven off? Did you turn the oven off, Crick?
No!
Oh, God.
Crick's oven is always on.
Yeah, baby.
Anything else for
He
you?
runs hot.
That is it. There's my
Alright.
hit points.
Rampu,
Good.
you got this big spider in front of you that this one elf is riding on. The elf... Oh, they both had the exact same initiative, so I'll take their turn together. the elf kind of like rears back on the spider. As you guys are all approaching, he puts his longbow back and unsheathes his long sword now, and he has the spider try to bite you. The biter. Actually, he's going to have the spider. You see, he takes a whip, smacks the back of the spider, and with that, it kind of rips its back end up and tries to shoot a web at you. 10 to hit will not hit you. And with that, it misses. You kind of fling that web off to the side, and the long sword comes down from off his back. 24 to hit.
Ooh,
I will silvery barbs that. I've been saving my reaction. I can silvery barbs. You see the Fey magic come out, and I'm just like, oh, absolutely the fuck not. First a fucked up rock, now this, and I'll like just see like silver magic leave my hand, and he has to re-roll that and take the lower roll.
Yep. Yeah, you see
Or take the new roll.
As he's about to go and stab into him, this silvery energy kind of forms around him, and you watch as he has to reconsider his action. 15 to hit.
No, hold on. I think that just does. Sorry, my sheet is frozen.
I think you're at 13.
Yeah, it hits.
All right.
Damn it!
That's still a good try.
Close. Yeah.
I can still give advantage though to somebody, so I'll
yeah,
give
that's right.
that advantage to Rampu.
Okay. It's on the next roll that you make. So with that, you take 12 points of slashing damage as his sword just cleaves down at you, and he goes and tries to do it. He goes and tries to do it again. 21 to hit. The sword cuts across again, doing 7 more points of slashing damage, and on the spider, he takes the spider and actually no, they'll stay right where they are. And that is going to be his turn. Was the orange one right here? I just saw him move.
No, you switched. Him and Rampu just switched.
Okay. Thank you. All right. So that'll be their turn, and Rampu, you're up now.
Okay.
You and Jake.
So first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and use a bonus action to I'll use my chromatic infusion as a bonus action.
What do you infuse it
And
with?
I'm gonna go with fire.
Nice.
So then my weapon will deal an extra 1d.
So how's that look when you
Fire.
do that for the first time, using that draconic energy inside you?
Now I've been handing my weapons off to my Drake to infuse them himself, and this time I'm about to do it. I go, actually, I got this, and then I go ahead and and it's fireball.
Nice.
And I'm gonna do it to my short sword.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so I will now take a swing-a-ling with said short sword to this dude right here. Blue guy.
Go for it.
Okay, give it to me. 21.
21 definitely hits.
Oh yeah, max damage plus 1d4. And this is fire. Oh, max damage, baby. That's 10 damage.
Nice. Hell
And
yes.
that is all for him. And now for Jakey, he is going to take the bite action on the guy I just hit. The blue
Okay,
guy.
go for it. Your short sword should have done 1d6 plus 2. You should have your dex modifier on there, so I don't know why I didn't roll
Yes.
the plus 2, so I'll subtract that from there.
9.
9 is going to miss both of them, either of them, yep.
Okay. And that's it.
Okay.
Actually, would it be too late to add a reaction for Drake to infuse my strike?
No, you can go for it. So roll the d6 or whatever.
Cool. Yep. well, it's only a 1.
There
but
we
I'll take
go.
Down him.
All right. At the top
Big
of
money.
the round, then, as you strike into this elf a couple of times, the one right next to him retaliates against you with that, swinging his longsword at you. Oof.
Nat 1.
He goes and swings at you, but you duck, and the swing goes through with all this might, and you watch as this one of the crew members is trying to get out of the way of this fight. He's about to run away, gets slashed in the back, grievously bleeding out the back of his just like kind of cotton shirt. He's not wearing any sort of armor or anything. He cries out, and looking pretty hurt, but still alive.
My wife got me this shirt. She's gonna kill me.
Yeah, exactly. I got it from Bed Bath and Beholder. And so he goes and tries to take another slash at you. 16 to hit.
That hits.
Cuts through. Ooh, doing just 4 points of damage as you evade most of the damage of that. But this orange spider, he doesn't know where. Let's see what his intelligence is actually. Oh wow, I wish I could roll that to show you guys, but Manto has disappeared out from his sight, and with a natural 20, I mean, he must have really disappeared well. As the spider just kind of feels around up there with its legs. Doesn't feel anything immediately, so quickly just turns back down the stairs, or back down the crow's nest, gets right next to Crick, and is going to try to bite Crick. It's got these little mandibles that feel out towards him. One of them bites out and hits him with a 21.
That hits.
All right. You do 6 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a con save.
Connie.
18. Okay. So you will take 1 point of poison damage because you're resistant, right?
Yep.
So half of 5 for the success is 2, and then half of that is 1.
Yay!
All right. As its claws bite into your flesh, and you feel. It's not even that you feel like poison like surging through your body. It's just a little bit of your circuitry just gets a little bit wet, and it sends like a spark through your body, and kind of hurts you just a tiny bit. And that is going to be it for that spider, who is looking quite weak. As Manto, you're up now.
I'm like, oh, cool. He must have ran away. And I look up, like, over the crow's nest, and I was like, nice. Can't believe that worked, dumb spider. As I kick my psychic blades back out and just, yeah.
Go for
All
it.
right, with advantage. Not 20.
No way.
Yeah, way.
Jeez.
All right.
20.
Go ahead and roll that damage. Do you have the perfect crit set up on your rolls? We'll see, I guess.
I did, but I accidentally rolled it under the bonus action psychic blade, so it's D4. So I gotta do
Oh,
just
gotcha.
a D6. So 13 damage.
13 on the spider.
Yep, plus 7 more, so 20
Well,
damage.
The sneak attack doesn't go through because he's already dead. And it would actually be plus 12 on top of that, too.
Word.
But, yeah, so the blade flings down. You hit him right in one of his, many eyes sitting on top of his head that aren't focused on you for whatever reason. You hear a squelching sound as it pierces through and just kind of sinks in and disappears, and his body just collapses with that.
So now I go for
Yeah.
now I go for his companion.
All right, this orange one right here.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, honestly,
And
should have thrown
what I-
that one at him.
Right.
Yeah, go on.
well, whatever.
No, I mean that's meta game. Is you did the right
Yeah.
thing, but I'm just saying if
15.
15's gonna miss.
Ah, fuck. All right. Well, that'll end my turn.
Okay. That brings us to Langston.
All right. To start, I want to yell to Rampu. I'll be like, Captain Rampu, do you want to stay in the shit or do you need a minute?
Rampu always stays in the shit.
I had a feeling. Then I will get up in the mix here next to Jake the Drake and take a swing with my new hand axe.
Hell yeah.
On I imagine the spider because it's bigger.
Yep.
So
Works for me.
probably a little easier to hit. I imagine 11 misses.
11, unfortunately, will miss.
That's what? Who could have guessed?
Into that.
I'm learning. All right, this isn't my thing. I'm trying to figure it out. And then as a bonus action, I will second level healing word Rampu. So you get, that's tough. I'm sorry. You only get 8 back.
That's average.
I doubled my life.
Yeah.
So that is that there, and then I still have my reaction. And yeah, I will just kind of end there and just kind of swing on the spider and be like, yeah, take that. Holy fuck, you are much bigger up close.
All right, love it. Yeah, you go strike into it, and this exoskeleton is definitely a little bit tougher than you imagined. But Crick, you are up.
How big are these spiders?
They sit about 6 feet tall. They're about 10 feet wide. Leg to leg. The abdomen probably a third of that.
Jersey.
If I were to climb it, is that an action? Try to get on top of it.
No, it would be. It would take double movement.
Okay, so if I why isn't this working? So stop it. Am I able to walk on the side of the ship here? Come on, here. So could I go this way? Why isn't? I guess I can't. Yep, it won't let me go past the side of the ship. Okay,
Yeah.
so everybody's in the way. Yep, everybody's in the way.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I can't go through people.
I mean, you can go on
under
the ledge if you want, but you will definitely have to make a
I don't want
acrobatics
to
check.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not very acrobatic. All right, so then I'm gonna just run directly up to this guy and punch him right in the face.
Go for it.
Where is it? There it is. Oh, that did not work.
10 will not hit.
And that's really all I can do.
Okay.
Rampu there, yeah.
All right. That brings us to the spider and elf here. Being quite surrounded. The spider who just got attacked by this half elf. He goes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was. You see his little mandibles fidget around in your area, trying to sense you, and then they open up wide and start to chomp down manically as they go and try to feed on you. A 14 to hit.
That will miss.
Ooh, misses. You throw up your shield to block its mandibles from connecting with you. As the sea elf now, he is going to. Let's see. I think Rampu's still been the one that's giving him the hardest time right now. So with the longsword out, he's going to try to slash down at Rampu. 21 to hit.
Jesus.
That's 11 points of damage. And
Jesus.
he's going to try to do it again. 13 to hit.
It just hits.
All right. Let's see. 4 points of damage. You got lucky on that one. As both of them take their turn, slash it into a few times. He's actually... no, the elf is going to stay there. You see him kind of looking around all directions at you guys, all surrounding him, and you see him look back down at the water as well, in consideration of things. And Rampu, you're up.
How hurt is he looking?
He doesn't look that hurt. Spider's looking pretty
Okay.
rough, but he's still got a decent amount of oomph in him.
Okay. And you said the spider's looking pretty hurt, though.
Yeah. And so are you.
Yeah, no, I'm looking very hurt. All right,
Like,
fuck it.
ooh.
I'm going to Hunter's Mark the guy here,
Okay.
and I'm gonna take a swing at him with my short sword.
Hunter must hunt.
Now 20, bitch. Oh, this is gonna feel so good, son of a fuck!
Empty.
And note, I'm gonna infuse my hits as well from.
Yeah,
Jake.
I mean, definitely should, of course. Yeah, too bad you couldn't have used your. I mean, I guess the Hunter's Mark works better than your infuse. Oh no, your attacks are infused still. That's right. Okay.
Totally.
So, so this was what's hold on. 2d6 was your that was your short sword damage.
Yep.
So that should actually be 6 plus 6 plus 2. So that's 14 off the bat. This one will be 5, so that's 19. Go ahead and roll one more d6. This is your Hunter's Mark now. And then we'll get to the other one. 19 plus, Jesus Christ, plus 12 more is 31. Or no, I'm sorry, that's not math. No. 19 plus
That
12.
math.
Yeah, okay. 31, and then
Yeah, 31.
and then one more d6 for the Drake. Plus
Crunchy.
8. So what was that? How much damage?
33.
7?
30.
Oh wait, 31 plus 8, 39.
30.
That's 8.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
it's
that's
38.
it.
Was it plus 8?
Yeah, plus 8 because it's 2 plus 6.
Yeah,
oh,
so
I'm
39.
I'm gonna send you guys something in the Discord real quick.
Oh, that's juicy.
It's Rampu.
Damn.
Yeah.
You just get
way.
destroyed by this elf, just slicing into you left and right. And go ahead and describe how you retaliate against this thing.
So this son of a bitch is just slashing and bashing me down, and he brings me down to one knee. And I have Langston in my head. You want to stay in this shit? That just, I don't know, that just, it makes me feel like Rocky thinking of Mickey in his head. It's like, you're gonna take that son of a bitch down, because Mickey loves you. And I just step right up again, and I just look at the guy and say, I didn't hear your mother sing. And I take one swing at him, and he's hit me like 6 times, but I just hit him once and off with his fucking head.
Oh man, with the infusion of lightning and fire crackling around your sword, this immense energy just is too much for the physical body of the sea elf to take, and you just completely lay his life to waste in this one swing, and he is fucking dead as his body rolls off the sea spider to the east and splashes in the water, trailing behind you guys as the ship sails on.
And now it's Jakey's turn,
That's right.
and I love that. I saw the body.
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad you caught that.
I looked just at the perfect time. All right, so Jake is going to take the bite action of the spider.
All right.
Nat 20.
Jesus.
I hate
Oh
you.
my.
I don't get it. It's always you.
I was about to say, it's always Carlos.
I don't get it.
Wait. Carlos, roll again to make sure it's got the dice.
Fuck it. I want to see it. Roll another one.
All right. Well, it would have been 16
There you go.
max. So.
Would have hit still.
We're good.
but
You
go
got
ahead
it,
and, I don't know why your dex isn't adding to these rolls right
So
now. So that's 10 plus 6 is 16. Jake the Drake takes a power stance and lunges up at him, leaping off the ground like, you know how iguanas can leap, and clamps onto the spider, ripping his flesh, tearing it side to side. Begins doing a death roll, like gators do, and you see it kind of spin and rip the flesh off the spider now, and The spider collapses as well as he dies.
Yeah! Rampu just took a shit on these fools.
Damn. Rampu, go ahead and take inspiration for that
On
fucking
the
round.
poop deck.
Insane. As this one elf is left here, standing here, it is his turn. He looks around, seeing the two spiders dead, his brethren dead, and he begins to run. Actually, he's not going to run through you guys. That wouldn't make sense. He just looks at you guys. He tries to do like a fake push at you guys, but then immediately just bounces away and turns around and tries to leap off of the ship here. The three of you guys can make opportunity attacks. Yep, Crick, Rampu, and Jake. 17 hits.
So that means he doesn't run away.
Oh, that's right. Oh, so I will. That's a good point. No, I'll let it ride.
Yay!
He does have a parry ability, but I'll let it ride.
And that's 5 for
Yay.
Jake.
Good run.
And for me,
Yep.
my short sword. 19.
19 hits.
And that's this. Plus.
Plus
and
2.
it didn't roll. It's plus 2, yeah.
And then your infusion as well. Yep, there we go. So 5 plus 3, 8.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, all three of you guys strike into him quite heavily here, and with that power, and especially with Crick's thunderous strike, it seems to almost stun him in place, seemingly not being able to move any further from where he is. He was taking the dash action, so his action is used up. Can't seem to do that. As Manto, you're up. He looks around at you guys, though, in this moment and says, "Please, please, I beg of you, mercy. Just let me go."
Told
Good
you.
interrogate
We
him.
were not looking for trouble, and you all started this fight.
Crick is just, what is happening? He just ran there,
And
just fighting this
he
shit.
just hears in his mind, "Begging is for the weak." As I look over the crow's nest, and with non-lethal damage, I throw a psychic blade at him.
Okay. I do think technically non-lethal damage has to be a melee attack.
Oh, really?
Fucking jump down and hit him.
He's
Yes,
too
it
far.
has to be a melee attack.
Okay. Well, actually, he's not.
'Cause that's the only way like, you can
technically-
like really
Part of
control
jump.
that.
Jump.
Okay.
Do a flip.
I mean, nah. Okay. I just kind of slide down the crow's nest and like just stand right there because that's 30 feet is.
Well, don't
my
you have a
full
bonus
movement.
action of sorts that would extend that distance?
Yeah, but I wouldn't be able to hit him.
Why? If you use a bonus action,
Cutting
cutting action to
action?
dash, and then you would be within range to attack him.
Oh, see, I understood that incorrectly then. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll do that. So bonus action, cunning action, dash,
There you go.
and then alright, yeah. See, I was understanding that incorrectly. Alright. And then with my short sword, non-lethal damage.
You can still use your psychic blades. But yeah, go for it.
Okay, yeah, because it is the same.
Mhm.
5
No.
plus sneak attack,
Uh,
11.
Oh, I'm sorry. The 24 hits. Yeah, sorry. I thought the 5 was your to hit roll. 16
Nice
damage. Okay. Yeah, you kind of stab into him with this, trying to just like weaken him so that you guys can take him down for a moment. You definitely hurt him heavily, but he doesn't seem to be in a place where he's fully given up yet.
And with that, I would say, why'd you guys want the eggs so much? And
He
that would be my
looks
turn.
at you and drops his sword in front of him right there, puts his hands up. It's like, look, we can talk about it. We can talk about it. It's Langston's
Let's
turn.
hold on, you guys.
So you decide if you feel like letting him talk, Langston, or not.
I'll
I give
close it so
Langston a
he.
nod, like let him live.
It looks
I
like
hear what
one fart would kill him right now.
Okay. I will see him drop his sword. I'll strut up and close it so he quite literally he's blocked by a spider carcass on one side and then all of us on the other. I'll just kind of fill it in and just be like, all right, you jumped us. You started claiming shit that a magic stone was like a detector of sorts. Start spilling. I have no qualms after seeing you put my captain through the ringer. Start spilling.
All right. As he looks around at everyone else, making sure that the peace is being kept.
You heard the man. You make a sudden move, though, and it'll be the last thing you do, buddy.
He looks at around. All right. Look, our priest, Avrunda, she told us that she had a vision of some otherworldly egg crashing down from the sky, and then being aboard this ship and with a bunch of undeserving spits on the ground mercenaries. She promised us that Umberly, she would grant us all of our dreams if we were given the egg.
And I look at him and say, "Hey, you clean that up." And I point to the spit in the ground that he just spit while talking about us.
Looks down at it and kind of rubs his toe on it a second, like kind of trying to dry it up a little bit. Says she believes that this egg's alien nature promises great power, and we can destroy all of our enemies then.
So
if that's your plan, why shouldn't we just kill you now?
Luke says, I can let her know what kind of threat you guys are now. You're deserving of it.
So let me get this straight. You jumped this ship because a priest had a foretelling that you could just be selfish and get whatever you wanted by killing us.
It's not just any priest. She's a high priest of Umberly.
Oh, a high priest of the Sea Witch. Oh, I heard there's nothing but good things about her. I look at everyone. I'm just like, you know what? I'm kind of sold on it. Whoever wants to do it, you know.
Wait.
Do I know anything about Umberly?
Yeah, you would more than most probably. Go ahead and make a religion check with advantage.
I would say to the elf, before anything happens, you hand over that stone that allows you to track the egg.
He looks at it and says, that was
And
his.
maybe we'll
It kind of points back behind the ship that's, long gone and says, he was holding on to it. You see, it was the other elf that had the stone that vanished.
Drifted.
Yeah. No, with a 14, you would definitely, remember, and as a captain yourself, someone that sails the seas, that Umberly is an evil sea goddess. She's known as the Bitch Queen. Very known as being malicious and petty and greedy and causing all the turbulence in the seas. And yeah, she has a very destructive kind of wrath to her.
I look at the guy. It's like the orange dude. Where will we find your queen?
Umberly is, she's a god. We don't speak face to face with her. She lives in the depths down below, and kind of points down, as an old one does.
Oh yeah. Well, that bitch owes me a ship. So what are we gonna do about that? I
Again,
start patting my sword on my hand.
you see him looking at the edge, considering, okay, if I take a step this way and jump that way, maybe I can make it over the edge before they can grab me or anything. And you see,
Slice your buddy's head off with one hit, buddy. Make my day. Try it.
kind of puts his hands down and looks at all of you guys, and then looks back at you, Rampu, and says, If it is my destiny to be a sacrifice for Umberlee and her ways, he begins to like just nod his head down. Well, then make it quick.
And then I literally stab him. I go for it.
Yeah. Without a second thought, you lift up your blade, slice down, and
But I don't make it quick. I stab from the belly button, and I slowly come up, literally up through his chest to the sternum. And once the sternum bone blocks the knife,
oh god.
I say, I hope you know, if you worship the fake god, what awaits for you is hell. And it's 1,000,000 times worse than what you're feeling now. I take out the knife and let him drop to the ground.
He drops to the ground. He goes to hold his stomach as if he can stop anything from happening, but just spilling out. Almost like an octopus falling out of a net onto a ship's deck. Just his internal organ just spill out onto the deck here, and he just collapses on top of it all. And Thea, sitting on top of the deck here, looks down at all you guys and just.
Oh. That was visceral.
And in her here in her head, I think some of our mates need their gold back for saving your crew.
She looks around and replies back to you, specifically now, seeming to understand your kind of communication, says, your passage will be taken care of. Thank you for protecting us. As soon as she says that, strange out here in the middle of the ocean, you look over the edge of the ship, and you notice there's a swarm of bats flying alongside you guys. And that's where we're going to pick it up the next time we get together.
Whoa.
Bum, bum, bum. Awesome. Fun little shorty one.
That was sick.
Awesome. Great fight,
Love
guys. Way to fucking destroy them. We're on our way to Luskin. Should be there in a couple of days. And we got some bats flying around here. So we'll see what that's all about.
Bats.
Yeah. Anything,
yeah.
anything before we close it out?
We
That
might
was
know
great.
who's fucking up the
Uh,
oceans too.
Hell
See you
yes.
sometime next week.
Yes, sometime next
Your
week.
What's up, Tom?
your boy did an oopsies and stocked a spell that takes 10 minutes to cast in the middle of a fight. That's my bad on that one for the heels, boys. That's why I didn't do it. I was like, oh,
Prayer of healing. Or whatever.
Yeah,
it is
I was
even
like,
yet.
this is
Yeah. That's an out of combat one for sure.
oh, man.
Johnny, we gonna say something?
No, it was good.
Cool.
Loved it.
Beautiful game, guys. Catch you the next time we're together. We're skipping this Sunday. Maybe do Tuesday if we're available. If not, we'll figure it out. Look out for those goblins under the stairs, everyone, and catch you next time. Peace out.
There it is.